How's it, Sean from Combat Simulations? Welcome to the 8th video, the 8th part of our conquest of the motherland, the Soviet Union, playing as Germany, as the Germans. So before we get started, please subscribe to my channel, it's free, and also leave comments and suggestions, and watch my videos, and like them and share them, helps me a lot, and subscribe, really does, you won't believe how much it helps me. Alright, so, hindsight. Well, not so much hindsight, but the videos, like recording the videos. I always look at the videos after I've played them to see what I've left out. And there's always stuff I've left out. There's always mistakes I've made. If I was playing normally, I would have gone next turn and forgot to do the damn thing. Like in this one, I know it's small, but the Einstein group in here, I forgot to read the Führer's take on this thing. I just skipped him and went straight to Van Braubing. So it's little things like that. And it's funny how that, like I hear I think it was the medium class. I said, geez, we're doing well. Look at how much he's lost. Meantime, well, no, sorry. Look how much he's lost. In the meantime, that's what we've lost. That's the tanks. It's only because he's got 180, so it's relative. That's why he's lost so few. So stuff like that. I forget, you skip things and you miss things out all the time when you play. I'm just seeing this now as I review all these videos. All right, so where were we? We made the Eisen group in here. We decided to refuse to cooperate. That was one, and the unexpected fuel usage. We also we decided to use we lowered it. You remember it now? This third option, 30% bonus now, attacking bonus dropped from 50, but we're getting more fuel in our pockets here because of that. Also, these rivers. If you look at the attack over these rivers, you're attacking over these rivers. I mean, you look at. Let's just see what that. See, there's a 20% cross river penalty for infantry, guns, tanks are even more. So it's a penalty to attack across a river. And we know this, all war games are like this, but that's probably why I was suffering over here, trying to figure out why the Romanians aren't doing so well across these rivers. But I suppose they are weaker troops, but some of them were doing really bad. They weren't even taking one infantry, and it was, yeah. So I'm sure these rivers would take it. But you got to watch this. You can't always see these little rivers here, man. These ones you can see, but these ones you don't always see there. You don't notice them sometimes. All right, so where were we? The shortage. Let's make this. One more thing. I'll get to that. These relocate these FSBs. I'm not going to do them, but we'll get to that reason. That reason why I'm not going to do them now. Now, let's just do these decisions. Wagner, Quartermaster General OKH, reports before me indicate excessive use of Grossen Truppen truck tires in the Ostland, no doubt due to the atrocious quality of the roads. Inquiries with the General Planning Committee have revealed that there is a shortage of rubber in the Reich. This has been exacerbated by the RN blockade, which has prevented any imports from Asia. There's a great demand in many quarters for what few rubber supplies there are. I may be able to procure enough tires for a single theatre, but I will need your support. So we've got allocate. Yeah, these will allocate tires to the center, nothing to the side. So we've got to pick and then there's a 75% chance of a bad outcome. Walter Funk, Reichsminister, Economics Ministry. Natural rubber is indeed in short supply. We have several plants in the Pulitz and Liuna, I can't pronounce Luana, which utilize bourgeois process for converting coal. The quality of the synthetic rubber produced from these is possible and is enough to supplement the few Japanese merchants that make it through the blockade. Synthetic rubber. I constantly have Priority orders for tires from the Western Front, the Mediterranean, and Africa, as well as the Russland, Russia. It's not enough capacity to meet everybody's requirements. Okay, Barbarossa is very much a railway war. The German armies were forced to follow the. Yeah, we know about this. We'll read it for just to remind us. We're forced to follow the few decent rail lines as vast distances Russia made any other form of logistical transport impractical. Trucks were used extensively, but mainly as a means of covering the relatively short distance from the railhead. In game terms, the forward supply base to the troops. The Wehrmacht fielded 2,000 different types of trucks in Barbarossa, which was a maintenance supply nightmare. There were many confiscated civilian trucks from Germany, all manner of French, Belgian, Dutch, Polish trucks. There were even trucks purchased from Switzerland. The unexpected poor quality of Russian roads exacted a heavy toll on the truck columns. By day 26, I think that's what it means, D plus 26. For example, the Army Group Center had suffered 33% total losses in their gross transportrum, where engine wear and tear, lube, oil use, and fuel consumption all soared during the heavy going. A chronic shortage of tires only accentuated the problems. Captured Russian trucks were often found to be better equipped and more reliable in the atrocious conditions than German Opels, which weren't equipped with all-wheel drive and were extensively used. Yeah, the Russians would be better because they live in that country. They would have made trucks that were more hardy. Truck maintenance. As a result of poor roads and excessive mileage, your truck columns will gradually suffer breakdowns. You can see this on a turn-to-turn basis by inspecting the truck maintenance report in a relevant daily log under logistics. We're going to look at that now. That's a truck maintenance report, daily logistics. To find out how many trucks are currently out of action, consult the truck report. It's brilliant. We're going to look at that now. The percentage of trucks broken down and waiting maintenance will increase until the truck maintenance cap is reached. Once this happens, you run the risk of suffering permanent losses, write-offs, if corrective action isn't taken. If you find yourself in this situation, it's probably time to pause and move your Panzergruppe HQs closer to where the forward supply base is located in order to take the pressure off your truck columns. A refit would also be a good idea. Historically, the Wehrmacht found that anything beyond 3 hexes, 90 kilometers of their railhead, was beyond the capability of their truck columns. Unless you really run your trucks into the ground, the game allows you to perform at a much higher level. Walter Funk studied law and economics and philosophy in Berlin before joining the infantry in World War I. After being discharged as unfit for service, he joined the Nazi Party in 1931. He was appointed Reichsminister of Economics in 1938. He was heavily involved in confiscated, stolen Jewish assets on behalf of the Reich. In 1939, he was made president of the Reichsbank and joined the board of International Bank of Settlements as a director. He, along with many other prominent Nazis, were tried at Nuremberg after the war. During the trial, the prosecutor called him the banker of gold teeth. These were procured from concentration camp victims and melted into bullion at the Reichsbank. Hermann Goering described Funk as an insignificant subordinate. Given life sentence, eventually released from Spandau prison due to poor health. Walter Funk died in Düsseldorf in 1960 from diabetes. Just sweet tooth. And yet he was taking all that tooth, melting tooth, bank of gold tooth. It's crazy he has to do that, eh? I'd kill these guys and these Jews, and they'd kill them and then pull their teeth out and go melt the stuff. I mean, it's crazy. People, eh? And we're not far from that. 70 years ago, eh? It's not like 1,000 years ago. These crazy monkeys were running around. That's just like 70 years ago. Eh? Sheesh. All right. Yeah, this is just the cost. Yeah, you see this here. Let me give you an idea. Yeah, you see, yeah, it's gonna railhead. Now these trucks, have to. These you need about 10 trucks, 10 hexes for the trucks to before maintenance and all that, and wear and tear on the trucks happens. It needs about 10. So your forward base is now, yeah, we haven't moved it, but when we move it here, the trains will run there, and then the trucks will have 10 hexes basically before they before they before they break down and stuff like that. So we can improve the tires, much the better. Maybe we get lasting out of this truck maintenance thing, this cap. I'm assuming that's what it is. Okay, we're gonna allocate tires to the Armored Group Center. We're not, because don't bother about me about tires. 75% chance, no. So we'll pick. This is the biggest one. This is the one that's most needed. It's got 2 panzer groups. Okay. Okay, Journal, the tire shortage in favor of Army Group Center. Wagner has kept his word. Wagner has kept his word and managed to procure enough tires for the relationship from Bach. Is pleased, +6. Yeah, that's good. Van Rundstedt is unimpressed, still neutral. And the truck repair. This affects the truck repairs. So Army Group North, less 1%. Previously was 4%. Truck repair +1%. South, center, and then south less 1%. So it affects the maintenance of the trucks. You understand? So everything, because if you want to stretch your truck columns as far as you can to reach the HQs, that if it goes over 10 X's, there's a maintenance issue there. I'm assuming. All right. So now we've done. This is for Army Group. What is this? Army Group North, right? We've done the security for South and Center. We picked, I think it was the fortnight. Right. So now this one's come up for Army Group North. Let's just read through it just to get a better idea of it again. General Lieutenant Rodriguez is Huguenot nobility with a long family tradition of military service. Prior to the Ostfront, he had the responsibility for training the country's rifle battalions in France, which was perhaps not the best background for his current assignment. I have it on good authority he spent most of his time residing in Hotel Claridge on the Camps Elysee. Excellent wines, I'm told, but the kind of establishment makes a man soft and flabby, both in mind and body. As he's currently commanding the CDR 707 Rear Army, I can offer no recommendation other than suggest you keep a sharp eye on him. Is he doing a decent job of mopping up? Should he be switched to anti-partisan duties? Either way, make sure the man spends his time out on the field and not propping up the nearest bar. Oh, that's his take. Van Lip. Who sent me? Who sent the 280? This is Lip. Yeah. 85th Security Division to Hearst Gruppe North with a commander named Major General Wolfgang Elder her and free her accompanied van Plotto. Did nobody stop to think his name wouldn't fit on any official Wehrmacht uniforms? Did nobody bother to consider how hard it is for me to remember such a long-winded bundle of waffle masquerading as a title? Major Plot and the rest of his 707 Rear Army are busy mopping up. As far as I can tell, they're doing a reasonable job, probably asking every Russian soldier he meets to spell his name backwards or lay down their arms and surrender. I know what I'd do. What's this about the head of the 707 being a drunk? Why have you sent this sad and sorry outfit to my command? I doubt if they would know a partisan if one kicked them in the ass. Leave them on cleaning duties. No, he's not happy about that. Special divisions. We've read this. We just read it for prosperity so we can a reminder. Special divisions were established in 1941 for combating partisans and providing rear area policing force. Most of them derived from the Landwehr militia divisions manned by second-line reservists. Designated as a rear area support units, they were poorly equipped and made up of men who were unfit for frontline service. It wasn't uncommon for Ukrainian and Russian soldiers to be present as manpower became increasingly stretched. In theory, these divisions were meant to be provided with a strike force of a standard regiment of troops along with some artillery, but in practice they were often hived off for frontline duty. A lot of the security divisions were used on the front line in later part of the war and were subsequently destroyed. There's also a significant question mark over their alleged brutality to civilians. Sorry, this is the whole rear 707 Rear Army Detachment. Partisans, yeah, it's important to read. We might have read it before, I think we have, but it's just to get a refresh. The threat of partisan activity in the rear is one that grows gradually over time. Mishandled, it can rapidly become a big problem. Partisan activity has the potential to ambush your truck columns, disrupt your rail operations, and cause casualties to your rail construction battalions. The various factors that influence the overall partisan level are listed in your daily reports. Conquered cities are straight geography. The more land you take, the greater the risk. But you are able to influence all the other factors to a degree via decisions. Yeah. If you have selected the Geneva Convention option, you will not have to deal with incidents, and partisan activity will be consequently reduced. We've taken it off. Yeah. In the opening phases of Barbarossa, you have the option of leaving your security divisions to clean up the remnant Russian detachments, or swing them to anti-partisan duties. Once assigned to combating partisans, they will gradually increase in effectiveness up to the maximum, which is determined by the number and type of divisions present in the theater. Reichs appointed governors, once installed, will also gradually increase their effect over time. The Reichskommissariat Ostland covers both Army Group North and Army Group Center, whereas the Reichskommissariat Ukraine covers Army Group South. And these are the costs. This is just the cost of the decisions. Like Hitler's top priority, so it costs -2. Yeah, we're gonna do the same. We're gonna leave it for a fortnight. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna leave it for 16 days. It's a fortnight. It's about 16 days or whatever it comes here. We're gonna just leave it because it can clear up. It clears up all those Russian detachments, and then they can switch to partisan activity. Uh, General Rogezis said 3 divisions of the 707 Rear Army have received their orders and will switch over to security. Detail. It is estimated it will take 16 days. Your relationship on LIP is 6 plus 6, and it's still neutral. Okay, so these FSBs. Okay, we're gonna. I'm not gonna move them, but we're just gonna read through here just to get a better idea of what they're talking about. But we're not gonna move them just yet. Okay, and the reason I'm doing this is, let me just give you an idea. Look, there's the main depot. If we move the FSB, we'll move it to there. Then the trains will carry, and then the trucks will go out. The HQ, our HQ, is the places where where those trucks need to go. Are you with me? All right. They are long. I mean, if you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then there's so it's at the edge. So it's about 10 hexes, right? That the trucks need before they start heavy. The fuel, it becomes inefficient. The breakdowns increase and whatever. And we're 3, 6 here. So we're gonna leave this just for one turn so we can get pushed up here, because that thing is it's an 8-day turnaround where you get no fuel and supplies for 8 days. All right. Now I was looking at let me just put this on again. I was looking at these cards. We don't have them left there, but we have Luftwaffe's resupply cards and whatever for oil and stuff. But you got to use one card at a time. You understand? And they don't, and they take that fuel from the next intake. So I'm going to leave these. We're going to read through them, but we're going to leave them one turn, just to because I don't want to slow our panzers down here. And we're just getting a roll here now, and I don't want to. I don't want to slow things down, especially in the north. He can survive another time. The south is a bit large, because I mean, I am like the cars. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's at his end here. So maybe we can get through to Minsk, if possible, or close to Minsk. But it's a downtime. It's like 8 days you can't move your trains and stuff, and you can only there's no supply for 2 days, 2 turns. It's like, yeah. So let's just delay that for now. All right. So let's just read through here so we get a better idea of what this is. We have an option to relocate the Army Force supply base to Canas. Okay, this decision comes up on a regular basis. You can safely ignore it unless you wish to exercise an option. We'll say don't move them. It's good where it is for the time being. That's what we'll do. This would be a distance of 240 kilometers further from the depot compared to the current FSB at Kronenberg. The rail required to reach the new FSB would be 8. Rail effort is a number representing the difficulty a train would have in traveling the route. Okay, this is determined by the rail gauge. Germany is best shown as black on the map, and Soviet gauge is shown as brown. Rail line type also plays a role. Double track lines have stations with decent loading and unloading facilities, where single track lines are secondary routes with subsequent facilities and increase the rail effort. Ideally, if the route is of German gauge and along a marked rail line, then the rail effort would be value of 1 per hex traveled, e.g. 10 hexes 10. The Russian gauge and the use of secondary lines would increase significantly. The lower the rail effort figure, the better your trains run more efficiently. Because the truck columns are having to travel a distance 180 kilometers from the current FSB. Provided the new FSB were closer to the Panzer, we could ease the task of motorized transport. I don't need to remind you how few trucks we have at our disposal. All right. Yeah, we know where we're moving to. This is the move to Canas. Logistics is all about fuel for your Panzer group. Your FSB is a theater. In this theater is the forward stockpile of fuel that your truck columns draw from before transporting your Panzer Group HQs. The truck columns are inefficient at distances of 300 kilometers or more than 10 hexes, and you should seriously consider moving your FSB forward to reduce the load on truck columns, as they will quickly wear out otherwise. Relocating your FSB has an additional effort of increasing the burden on your trains, as they will have to cover greater distances to cover. Trains, however, are better equipped than trucks to handle long distances. So your truck columns that should be So it's your truck columns that should be the main deciding factor. Don't forget the process of relocating a supply is inherently disruptive, and it will involve a period of time when no fuel is making its way through the logistical pipeline. That's 8-day turnaround. I saw this in the manual. And depending on the distance, could be more. Where possible, hold your panzer groupers for a turn prior to the relocation so that the sufficient stockpile is accumulated to allow ongoing military operations while your fuel line is temporarily shut down. Each theater has a number of choices where they can place the FSB. Position your forward supply base on a location away from where you intend your panzer group is a recipe for disaster. On group, you see here we want to move it to there. This could take 2 turns. If we move it now, we still get 1,800 fuel. But if we start and we use up this fuel, it could be 2 turns with nothing. And we're just going to sit with the panzer sitting there. Okay. That's not so bad. That's I mean, if we delay it, it's not so bad. This is more of a worry for me, but I'm also thinking this is, there's 10 trucks here. He's on the 10th one. If we can get our HQ and delay this 1 turn, get our panzer grouper moving and fighting up here. See if we can get closer to Minsk. If we can take Minsk this turn, then we can move it straight to Minsk. We can sit on Minsk and rest. Or Vilnius. We picked the Minsk line, though. That's the thing. We've picked Minsk as the line. We picked it already. But, yeah, if we can get Minsk, it would be pity if we could get Vilnius as well. But if we get Minsk, then we can move it to Minsk, and then we can just stop for that turn. So I'm thinking of that. But it's this center is already stretched. I mean, there's 10 trucks here. That's the limit. And then after this, all maintenance problems. So we leave it one turn. Yeah. It's good where it is for the time being. We'll decide that where it is present, and we'll do the same with this one. I hope this is not. I'm just thinking of the time. You see, it's 207. It's way more than the Army Group North, eh? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna leave it at the present. Okay, just for now. For next turn, we'll see where we are. All right. So before we start fighting, yeah, you see. Let's look at some of the logs. See where we are. Yeah, okay, Army HQs. Yeah, we've got that. Where's our I'm just, what's this? Oh, yeah. This is one of the things I'm looking forward to. Political points. So we got 4 carried over. The Army HQs, 1 destroyed. We destroyed one, which is brilliant. We destroyed, I don't know which one it was. We captured Konus, Breslovitz, we captured. Bialystok, we captured. Grodno, we captured. And the army, that's because we got all those decisions. And his handicap's still the same. It's a pity. Let's just see. Army Group North. I just wanted to have a look and see what we. We're getting reinforcements, eh? 2,000. This is going to drop. 1,500, which we need. Okay. I did want to look at. We've done everything we need. Yeah, the theater. They've been signed tactical air support. You need to start. We've done that. We've done it already. We did that in the last video. And these divisions failed to. 2 divisions deployed. 3 divisions failed to deploy. That's the 9th division. And 6 divisions. Yeah, we copied that. We did that. This is nice. The loss assessment. Check where we are now. Look at this. So that's the service. That's what 1 million and bit was the service. We lost 26,966 troops. Officer losses 834. Infantry loss rate 3,475. Enemy loss rate 38,675 per day. Tanks 2,345. We lost 375. The loss rate per day is 46. His loss rate 124. But you got to remember, the Soviets got tanks to burn, eh? They got tanks to burn. You give it a bit of time, they'll have 5,000 tanks ready on the field again. Our tanks, they don't replace the German tanks. Not that much. I'm pretty sure of it. The tanks aren't going to replace the Nari. And there's a nice battle reports as well. Keeps it nice. Yeah, I see the runners. I'm assuming that's transports. Yeah, transport runners. 97%. Panzer runners. These are the actual tanks, I think. She's 75% operational. It's coming down, eh? We really are hitting the. Let's just see. Yeah, and there's the fuel, the main depot, and all this stuff. The fuel we got and what was taken off and whatever. Because it's minus. This had minus 2,000 rand. 2,000. That's why we're sitting at 1.8. Let's look at the truck columns. Now he's talking about this here. See, Panzer Group is supplying ammo. Minus 10. We have 152. We had 152 trucks left because this was the allocation. 10% was lost to, we need 10% for supply. Distance penalty 3 and route penalty 6 and 11 and all these ones for the other. Just read this to see. This represents the minimum number of truck columns required to keep the panzer grouping supplied with adequate quotas of ammunition. If there's not enough truck columns to cover this amount, then ammunition shortage may result. So this is what we need. The greater the distance between your forward supply base and your panzer, the fewer the truck columns will arrive in a given period of time. A distance of 10 hexes, and they specify this, truck columns become inefficient. Fuel and distance penalty increases exponentially. And then the route difficulty. Route difficulty reflects the quality of the road network between your forward supply base and your Panzergruppe HQ. Sealed roads are the best. The countryside roads is assumed to have roads, but a very poor standard. Dirt roads degrade rapidly once it starts to rain. Aim to keep your Panzergruppers on your roads. That's where we keep everything on the roads as possible. Your HQs, and also that's why I don't want to move them too far from the roads. You need this many truck columns in order to move one quota of fuel. So we need 10 for north, 24 for center, and 15 for the south to move one quota, which is 4 days. It should last for 4 days. You may have a larger amount of fuel available at your forward supply base, which will require truck columns, but the minimum amount needed to maintain forward momentum is shown. So yeah, we need 10, but we've got seems like lots to burn. This is the distance between your forward supply base and your Panzergruppe HQs. Trains transport fuel to your main depot, from your main depot to your FSB. Truck columns move it from there to your HQs. In AG Center, there are 2, so it's doubled. So it's average, sorry. Truck columns are inefficient over 10 hexes. Mileage is accumulation distance traveled by your truck columns from your forward supply base and the Panzergruppen. It is a direct effect on your maintenance levels. The higher the mileage, the bigger the effect. You can decrease the accumulated mileage by ordering a refit or emergency overhaul decisions option when the opportunity arises. You can see the effect of accumulated mileage on truck maintenance levels in your daily log theater reports. Look under logistics. That's what under logistics. So if we see here, is he talking about here? Or is he talking? I know I'm just carrying on here. No. Oh, okay. Those are the refit. Refit 360. I don't know what that is. Oh, these are the kilometers total. And then we can see the operational runners. But that gave us a fair enough look at it. Definitely. And then this. Okay. Rail capacity 24 trains per day. North, center 38 trains per day. Because there's no trains. Alright, let's look here. Readiness. This is 70. Army Group South, Romanian Army HQ. Readiness very important. Fatigue as well. Fatigue directly affects readiness. Your armies eventually. One way I was reading in that video, watching that video, and the guy said to him, when to do a refit or to change posture. Sorry, more likely to change posture, because Blitzkrieg posture is the one that causes fatigue. The other two don't. So the time to change the posture is when your armies become ineffective, which means their readiness becomes very low. They can't do anything. Then's the time to do it. Not at the moment. And integrity is another one. That's the amount of troops you lost without being replaced. And then breakdowns. Nothing here yet. Okay, relationships, we know about it. We're good with the... And then this is all the... Yeah, this is what their postures and where they stand. And then friends and foes. Keitel, we got a good relationship. And Wagner. It's not our relationship. We got good relationships here. Wagner. So Keitel we good with. Keitel we good with. And Wagner. Okay, we also good with Gurkha. Subordinates. We get this bonus to movement bonus, which is brilliant. So we've got to keep our theater commanders. And unclear, these two, yeah. He's good and he's good. Yeah. And then superiors. The only person we're not... No, we've got... Goebbels. He's bad. And the rest, and the Führer is -3, which is okay. Alright, enough of that. We need to get going. We need to fight this war! Otherwise, we can't read reports all day. It's like sitting in the office and just doing all the reports, but no action. What's the time? Okay, 35, yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything in the finished front. I'm leaving the guys as they are. If he moves in here, we'll hit him. But at the moment, we'll just leave these guys as they are until he decides to come in there. We're not going to worry about that just yet. We're just going to keep it like a little status quo. All right, let's start. Let's start to nibble. Can this one move? Yeah, he can move up to 1. Can this one move there? Well, can this one move? Yeah, let's move him up. Can this one move? Yep, let's move him up. Can this one move? Yep, let's move him up. Okay, good. 70. It's entrenchment. 70. We'll just take him out. Okay, good. Let us garner the assault. Now, these guys are sitting with 60. Would they still be able to move after this? Yeah, but it takes about 40 to attack, so we must attack with these bottomers, yeah. Mainly. Okay, so let's start 1, 2. Let's 1. Let's 2. Okay, so we picked them just to get the consider. If we picked another one, no, it's too much. Okay, let's attack. Come on. Hey, take too long to move out. 4,200 Soviet conscripts basically wiped out. I'm liking it. And this slot can move. Now, 60 might be able to. 50. Yeah, okay. Let me just see something. Can these guys... Oh, he can't. He's basically buggered. He can't. He can just... Yeah, he can move there, but he can't do shit all now. Okay, so let's just take this. Okay, so that gives us 214. 27. Oh, no, we don't want that. 214 is what we want. Okay, so let's attack him. See if we can take him in. Nah, he left some guys behind us. He didn't take us. Still can't take it. Can we attack? We can. Hey, 279 versus 51. Concentric bonus because we can't. No. Can he move and attack there? No, he can't. I'm gonna put him up front. I'm wondering now if I should take this guy out. I'm gonna move him up. There. See, you gotta watch. This is what I did. The mistake I did the last time. You gotta watch. She's got a fair force over here. You've gotta watch. Oh, let me just pick all. See there, 279 versus 51. And the reason you're gonna watch that, see, because now look at the battle stack points there. But he's pretty done, eh? He's pretty done. We might just take a chance here. He's pretty done. He's a conscripts, and he's got this guy. His integrity is low. His readiness is low. He's got low experience. Supplies are right. He's got a low morale, and his integrity's. I know I'm taking a chance, but it's 279. Let's just add him and see if we can push him further. See where it goes. Oh, we did it. Shit. So 400 and he's 5,600. Took a chance there. Because you saw that was overstacked there. And it was only 1-0. So I took a bit of a chance there. We killed 5,600, 2,400 Soviet conscripts. It was a good decision to make there, but it could have gone either way. These guys can't move. And this guy is still... Okay, he's still covering everything. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with that. At least we wiped out this whole section here, which is important. I don't know what the situation is here. I wish I could move that guy in there, but I'm not... It's not going to work. Neither this... This guy, I wish I could move him, man. He only moves up to there. I don't want him to move up there. There's a whole force over here. I mean, there's 3 here. There's 1 there. So he's got quite a force coming there. Alright. Now, yeah. My favorite nibble. My nibble. Let me just see how... Okay, he's got good... I'm just worried this big force over here. He's got good morale. Good readiness. And he's within the supply rate. So the next turn he should be able to... I mean, he's got 10,000 troops. He is in the open, though. Plains. But he's decent. He's decent. And these O's are... Because there's a lot of O's here. I don't like to leave him on his own there. Alright. Let's get back to this. Nothing we can do about it. It's done. Yeah. Boom. 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 We might be able to get some more. No. 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 Oh, there's 1 here we might have missed. No. Okay, jeez, that's a... Look at that. Look at those odds. 595 for 600 versus 183. Concentric bonus 100%. Yeah. 1,800 dead. He lost 27,000 troops. 60 mortars. Anti-tank guards. 27. I'm very pleased with this. Very pleased with this. Those are our stacks. The readiness. Initial 47, 42. And the defender had 89 readiness. So he had a bit of readiness. His experience was way less than ours. His morale was a little bit less. And entrenchment, yeah, no, he had a good entrenchment. And this is the initial there. So we lost a bit of readiness there. Just looking at this report. So this is our initial 67,000 troops. And he had 27,000. And so many of our guys retreated. These are still what's alive. And there's nothing alive. Yeah. So it's nice to look at that report. You can also look at the detailed report. You see, he has the rounds. Now this depends on your APs, this AP. I'll show it to you now. I don't want to close this because we're busy with that. But these are the rounds. It depends on your action points, right? So you need 40 to conduct an initial assault on a place. That's 40. But that's how long it'll last. You won't be able to carry it through. So if you have 100 APs and you take, you'll get about 8, 9 rounds, like we got here, 7 rounds. But if you only have 40, you'll only get maybe 3 rounds. You might be not enough to dislodge the defender. You got to keep an eye on that. I suppose this is just going through the... I don't understand this at all. Well, anyway, we don't need to understand it. Okay, all we need to know is that we did well. That's what I love about computer games, man. You don't necessarily have to understand it in real life. You just need to know that we did it. Oh shit! Now there's the fuel. That's how much fuel. 1/8. So we used about 300 fuel just in this assault. Okay. I need him to attack over there. I'm not gonna use. I'm not gonna use. No, none. I'm gonna use these guys here. Now these should be enough. Should be enough. So I'm going to attack. Should be enough. We don't need to. You save fuel. 1600. Nah, it was alright. He's gonna move to there. He can still attack. He can still attack. How far can this guy get? Okay, he's pretty much done. He can't get far. He can get to there. Because this is of the 16th Army, right? He can get to there. 16th Army, can he get... Okay, he can get down here. He can get down here, which I like. Okay, so what do we... How do we prosecute this? There's the 4th. We've got the yeah, that's infantry. That's infantry. That's not motorized. This is motorized over there, and he's motorized. So he's got 2 unmotorized divisions. What do we do with them? Where do we go with them? Okay, I'm gonna pause the video. I need to think about what I'm gonna do here. You see, the thing is, if you look at this guy, right? I mean, just moving to there. Okay, look at the fuel. That's 500 fuel. We can't have no fuel in this game. That's 500 fuel. I mean, what are we going to do about that? That's like a lot of fuel. If we move to here, that's 600 fuel. And he's the same. So if we move, and he's still can attack here, and he can go in the trees and attack there. So we could, but that's 700 fuel, 500 fuel, and that's basically all these O's moved and all the fuel is dead. So we've got to watch it. Alright, I'm going to pause the video and just decide what to do. Okay, so I'm going to first resolve this. I want to keep these APs here. I want to keep this action points here because I want to push through here. I don't want to be... So I was thinking of moving these panzers up there, not taking, but this is so little here. Let's just bosh, and I need to then bring these oaks in. But I first want to resolve this first among these guys. Well, let's just see. Okay, that's an 80. I think we can resolve this. Okay, good. 200, we lost some tanks and whatever, we killed whatever 1,000. Okay, so that's good. Now I want to resolve this. I'm thinking of moving this up. But watch the fuel. Look what happened with the fuel. This infantry, I'm going to move him up. And I wonder if I must put him in there. I'll just think about that one because I'm still going to move the HQ, eh? The HQ's got to move. And you can see the fuel. Okay, that's only 77, but watch it, yeah. You got to watch it. That's a... Okay, I'm going to move him. Because these guys can't move, right? They can't move up. They can only move... Trying to get as much as I can out of these guys. I'm going to move him in. He moves in for free. Right? He doesn't cost any fuel. What does he cost? This is 180. Let me move him in. At 690. I wouldn't be thinking of playing a wargame where I'm counting on the fuel here. I can go here. I can go there, but then he's in the trees. We don't know what this... If we take this, let's just see if we can get better, let's just see. Got 217. Let's see if we can brush and get better recon over here. That was 400. I know I'm... Okay, so we can see basically what he has here. It's not very strong. But we can't attack him again with any of these guys, can we? Okay, they're basically done. I'm gonna this part I'm gonna move up when I if I move him to there, what's that gonna cost me? 180 in fuel. And then I can 60 move cost. He'll still be able to attack, but he's in the trees. I'm gonna do him. I know. Best to move this guy so long close. Now I'll end up without... Okay, so let's just see. None of these guys can be added, right? I don't want to put the tanks in there. Yes! Yes, 5,600, whole lot of mortars. Okay, yes. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. This guy can move for free. For free. And then this guy, this is the other Panzer guy. I'm thinking, I'm worried about tank. Oh shit, these you can't move these tanks, man. Hey nah. Okay, let's just see. Hey, bloody fuel. Is it double this fuel, eh? It's really an issue, fuel, eh? Hey, man. I want to see in any other war game, I would just move the tanks there. Okay. I'm wondering whether I should put this over here to just spread out the defense. I think I'm going to. Okay. Can he still move? Oh, he can go in there. Okay. I'll think about it. All right. Let's just get this. These guys don't require fuel. This is the 6th. Okay, get him over the river. Get them there. Get them there. Get him there. And get him there. It's covering everybody. He doesn't need to be far forward. He doesn't need to be that far forward. See, everybody's in the green. This guy is covering everybody. Also in the green. Now, let's just see if I can move one tank. That's 192. Can I move one tank up? That's 64. Okay, who's my best tank I'm going to move? He's got 150. This is mad looking at the amount of AP that he's got. This 150. but he can do shit with it. You understand? Yeah, I'll move the one with the lowest AP. Yeah. Can I move another one? 62. I might be able to get it, and I'll get the other one with the lowest AP as well. That must be why I'm using it the lowest AP. Now we can't touch this. Now we can't touch this. He's on the railway line. He's on the rail. He's on the supply line, which is good. Okay, what's our time? Yeah, that's it. Almost an hour. And I want to keep these videos under an hour. I promise you, I want to keep these videos under an hour. Yeah, I think we're going to end it here. And then the next video, we're going to take South and Army Group Center. Interesting, having a look back here. Down to 30 fuel, leaving it just where it is there. I can move this guy. It's not going to cost any fuel. And I'm wondering if I should get him out of the trees. Because I got commanders here. And I got these guys here. And I'm wondering if I must get him. Because he's no good in the trees. I mean, if you look at it. That's forest. Right? What does it say here for forest? Yeah, forest. The move type. But there's no penalty. It doesn't tell you a penalty. It's movement. Movement cost. Motorized 30. Foot is 30. Cavalry is 25. That's the AP cost to move in a forest. Light tanks. Okay, the attack mod. Defense mod. Motorized. 50% attack mod. 50%. Either way, it's bad. So 50%. Ah, 50%. But he's not going to come into the trees. I'm not worried about that. I just don't want him to get... I think I'm going to move him. Yeah. Just get him out of the trees. He's not really suited for the trees. So get him in here. And you see cover this part of here. I don't have much intelligence over this, yeah? And he's pretty much done. Yeah, I think we did well here. We cleaned up this pocket. Up here, we eventually got through and we wiped out this pocket, looks like it. We got up to... Let's just see that. We got up to... This province, which I think we get 1 political point for that. We got Canas. Yeah, we're advancing up the road here. Yeah, I think we did okay here. We cleared this pocket out. We wiped out a couple of O's over here. This lot here with Van Paulus, this guy here, Hoth, will take care of this bunch here to Vilnius. But at the moment, I'm happy. I'm sort of happy. Just this fuel problem and running out of fuel. I mean, just look at the diary. Oh, we've read that already. Running out of fuel, man. You know, that's a real issue. Let's just see if this thing is updated. Okay, 31,000 to 307,000. It's 31,000 casualties to 307. Yeah, no, but the thing is, I'm not really worried about tanks. Tanks are not the thing here. The Russians can make tanks to burn. All right, I think yeah, we've covered this for this video. We've covered everything we need. We left the finish front. We don't need it over there. We're just happy the status quo over. If he moves in there, we'll zap him on the 3-sider. We'll zap him. We'll just keep that until I'm just undecided with the finish front. I'm just worried about this hole here, because these guys are going to come through to there. We're going to take this on over here, and then move into Riga. And maybe move a portion of these O's this side and get these O's into Riga over there. Into this place, and then Riga. And then I know I've got this army helping out, which is driving to there. And then the tanks maybe can drive to there. But that's for the next turn. The next video we're going to do south, center, and south. Alright, Sean from Combat Simulations. Please subscribe to my channel, it's free. And also leave comments and suggestions. And watch my videos. And like and share them, helps me a lot. I promise you, it really does. It helps me a lot. Alright, until our next Decisive Campaigns Barbarossa fight, good day on you.